let's answer this question here. Why do we doubt? Why do we doubt? Here's the first reason: unresolved past hurts. So mom plays a big role in our life. And maybe you were raised in a home that maybe mom was maybe absent, or she wasn't there to support you. That can play a factor in your life. Also, kind of the father wound could play a part in your life. And if you don't resolve those issues, you'll tend to relate to God consistent with how you related to your parents. And so you're going to take hits in life, and the people in your life, and the crisis in your life. And if you don't work through those wounds, over time, you'll become bitter. I'll let you study that on your own. Maybe we'll save that for a later date to kind of work through that. But Ephesians 4:26-27 talks about not giving the devil a foothold, and has to do with hurts in your life. And the way that we do that is we become bitter, and our hearts become hardened over time. Therefore, that can create all sorts of doubts. Here's another reason why do we doubt: unrealistic expectations. Now, this is what I find interesting with, I gave you a number of examples of that. You can read these on your own as you're working through the growing notes. But the one example of John the Baptist in Luke 7, he sends message to Jesus. He's in prison, sends message to Jesus, says, "Are you the one?" Now, you'll notice that John the Baptist doesn't say, "If you're the one, you'll get me out of this mess." So it's not predicated upon Jesus fixing his problem. He just wanted to know, are you the one? If you're the one, then I'm okay with whatever happens in my life. He doesn't have unrealistic expectations. He realizes that good, bad, and ugly can all happen to us, even though we might be fully devoted to follow Christ. We see that throughout the scriptures. And so I'm okay with whatever plan you have for my life. If you're the one, I'm okay. I'm okay with whatever happens. In fact, unwillingness to give up control. Unwillingness to give up control. So unresolved past hurts, unrealistic expectations, and then unwillingness to give up control of our lives can create a lot of doubt in our lives. Hebrews chapter 11 is the faith chapter, and I don't know if you've ever read to the end of that chapter, but it starts off with just glorious success, and then it kind of turns a corner, and the rest of the chapter talks about horrible suffering. And it's all by faith. And all of us will have a level of success in our faith and suffering in our faith, and we've got to be okay with either one. We can't have unrealistic expectation and unwillingness to give up control of our lives. There's an interesting story there in the last chapter of the Gospel of John. Remember when Peter was walking along the beach with the resurrected Christ Jesus and kind of restoring his relationship with Christ after he denied Christ 3 times. Jesus asked him 3 times, "Do you love me?" And then he gets to the end of that and he tells Peter, in fact, let me read it to you. It's quite fascinating. He tells Peter, "Truly, truly, I say to you," this is chapter 21 of John, "I say to you, when you were young, you used to dress yourself and walk wherever you wanted to, but when you are old, you will stretch out your hands, and another will dress you and carry you where you do not want to go." That doesn't sound too good, does it? This he said to show what kind of death he was to glorify God. And after saying this, he said to him, "Follow me." Now Peter turned and saw the disciple whom Jesus loved following them. Who's that? Anybody? That's John, the one who had been reclining at the table close to him and had said, "Lord, who is it that is going to betray you?" And when Peter saw him, he said to Jesus, "Lord, but what about this man?" And Jesus said to him, "If it is my will that he remain until I come, what is that to you? You follow me."